Hello Flickering Myth family and welcome to our channel. My name is EJ Marino and we have a new movie review. I'm going to be jumping into the new Joe Coen film, The Tragedy of Macbeth. Shakespeare nerds, arise from your beds because this is the movie you have been waiting for. And if you're not a big fan of Shakespeare films, this is a damn good movie that would just entertain anyone. Yeah, they have that very deep time period dialogue. Yes, it's in black and white and it's about the Macbeth story, which we've seen 1,000 times now. But something about this film was so interesting, so new, so refreshing. I haven't seen Macbeth done like this ever. There is just something so unique and so new about this. Yes, it feels like a stage play, which maybe is the unique factor for a big screen adaptation, and maybe it's because Denzel Washington eats this movie up, but I was so engaged by this. I usually like the Macbeth story, though about halfway through I realized that Macbeth is kind of a moron, and wow, you made a decision that you can't go back on now, so deal with it. Yeah, it's one of those stories where you're like, oh my god, why are we doing this, these characters? But at the same time, I loved watching the drama unfold. I knew how this was going to turn out, but I was still like, oh, that happened here? It was such a good roller coaster ride. I really think Joe Coen really reinvented the Macbeth wheel a bit here. We've seen it done a billion times. There was just that Michael Fassbender movie not too long ago that was about Macbeth. So this isn't a new thing. He's not really doing Macbeth like no one's ever done it before, but this approach made it so much more engaging, so much more easier to digest, and then you have that good acting, the cinematography, the production design. This was an assault on the senses in the best possible way. The Macbeth story is fairly simple. There is three witches who get a Scottish lord to do something pretty crazy to be the king of Scotland. Yeah, that sounds easy, but god, the story is just so intriguing. There's so many characters here, so many players at work, and that's what makes it so engaging. You have people like Mcduff here, who's trying to do his own thing. You have people like the king, and then you have people like Lady Macbeth and Macbeth himself, who are definitely in their own game, and everyone's playing these things, and they all kind of converge together at the end. I love this type of story. I really thought there wasn't a lot of changes to the Macbeth lore, though I could be wrong. There could be Shakespearean historians were like, yeah, no, you were very wrong. But from what I know, this was exactly the story I was gonna get sold on, and it was handled very well. I really liked the way I felt for Macbeth a lot more than usual. Yeah, he becomes a crazy madman, and I definitely think he made a decision and should deal with it, and you made your bed, lay in it kind of thing. But at the same time, I felt for him here. I thought, in this version, I thought he was doing something good. Usually I find Macbeth and Lady Macbeth to be so greedy, so power hungry. Not in this version. I thought they were actually trying to do the betterment for the people, but you just start spiraling and both of them went crazy, which thank god you have people like Denzel Washington and Frances McDormand to really bring the Macbeths to life. We will talk about all of the actors in a moment, but yeah, I thought the story was straightforward, what it needed to be, very entertaining, but allowed a lot of room for artistic interpretations. There were scenes like when the witch was telling Macbeth something and the way they would handle that, it was so different. It was surreal at times. It was so dreamlike and weird and hazy. I thought that was very awesome, and I thought the whole film also had a horror feel. It was very dark, very just morose. I like that heaviness that this had. I liked just the pure tension that was there. It was a very refreshing take. Again, I've seen the action version. I've seen the very direct Shakespearean drama, but this darker, twisted version of Macbeth was exactly what I wanted. From top to bottom, what Macbeth has is great acting. I mean, from the top of the card with Denzel and Frances McDormand as the Macbeths, wow, nobody on this earth rambles and talks to themselves quite like Denzel when he's playing the stern, more serious Macbeth, and then when he's crazy wackadoo Macbeth at the end of the film, he does that all with ease. Denzel is one of the greatest living actors we have still to this day, and he proves it with films like this. These are performances I've been waiting for from Denzel. I liked his weird movies he's done, his action-y stuff, his straight to DVD kind of era stuff. I like that. But Denzel, when he's doing something like this, it's perfection. Frances McDormand as Lady Macbeth also, what a great casting. What a great choice for Lady Macbeth. She really owns this role. She really makes it herself. I thought it was going to be kind of a movie just about Macbeth, and the time they spent on Lady Macbeth I thought was so good. I will also say one of my favorite supporting actors of the year is Corey Hawkins as Mcduff. He is a quiet storm in this film. He's exactly what I wanted from this character. You feel the pain and the tragedy throughout the whole film, the betrayal, the I have to do what I need to do. Loved it. I thought that was so good. There's also people like Brendan Gleeson who does a good job. There's the kid who played Dudley Dursley. I always forget his name. He is good. He has one of the most punchable faces I've ever seen. Absolutely love that. But I cannot talk about the acting from Macbeth without talking about Kathryn Hunter. She is a revelation. When I'm making my list of supporting actresses this year, Kathryn Hunter is at the top of it every damn time. She is so phenomenal in this film. She plays all three witches, but which mostly just plays one character. They kind of do some weird fun stuff with the other witches. Yeah, wow. I've also for a long time said the witch role is my favorite role in like literature and film and stuff. I would love to play this role, but now Kathryn Hunter ate it. There is nobody who can play the witches after this. The contortionist element to it, the very theatrical stage presence she brings to this film. There is nothing Kathryn does in this film that isn't absolutely pitch perfect. She's terrifying and weird, but fun and interesting. She's just so many layers to her role. I could have watched a whole film about Kathryn Hunter's The Witches and been fine. I mean, she delivers the iconic witch lines exactly like she should. The toil and trouble, all of that. It was what I wanted. When I went into this, I knew she was going to be good from the trailers, but wow, blew me away. The best part of this film. I love Denzel, love Frances, but Kathryn Hunter is why you should see Tragedy of Macbeth. Alright everyone, that is it for my review of The Tragedy of Macbeth, the new film from Joel Coen. Yeah, he has no brother this time, and yeah, I think they could work separately very well. This was a strong film, one of my favorites of the year. Walked into 2021 and not thinking a Macbeth movie would have been in my top 4 films, but this is what I wanted, delivered so well, so artistic, so well made, everything I wanted. So happy this is out. If you get a chance, see this if you can. I definitely think it's worth the viewing. Alright everyone, what do you think of this movie? What do you think of my review? Let me know down in the comments below. Subscribe to Flickering Myth because we make videos like this every single week. And give me a thumbs up if you liked this video. Alright everyone, let's talk about Macbeth, the Coen brothers, and movies like this down below.